Next, we are going to see about implementation of variables and constants. A variable is represented by allocating a memory location to hold its value. Thus, the value can be changed as needed using appropriate instructions. There are two assessing modes of this or access this variables. The first one is register mode. The operand is content of a processor register. The name of the register is given in the instruction. Registers are used as temporary storage locations where the data is in a register or accessed. For example, an instruction can be used as move R1, R2. Here, the content of the register R1 is going to be copied and it's going to be stored in the register R2. Second mode, absolute mode, may be called as direct mode. The operand is in a memory location. The address of memory location is given explicitly in the instruction. The absolute mode can represent global variables in the program. For example, the instruction move location, R2. It's going to copy the content of the memory location into a register R2. Next, we are going to see about immediate mode. The immediate mode, the operand is given explicitly in the instruction. For example, move * 200, R0, which places the value 200 in the register R0. Clearly, the intermediate mode is only used to specify the value of a source operand. The constant value, if you're going to say that a is equal to b plus 6 here, which is going to be get moved b, R1, and we can add 6 with register R1 so that we can move the content into the register R1 into the register A. Such a way we can make that one b plus 6 can be used with a immediate mode addressing. Next, we are going to see about indirection and pointers. What actually indirection? Instruction does not give the operand or its address explicitly. Instead, the instruction provides information from which the new address of the operand can be determined. This address is called effective address of the operand. Here, the effective address of the operand EA is going to be playing a vital role over there. In this indirect mode, the effective address of the operand in the content of a register or a memory location. The register or a memory location that contains the address of an operand is going to be called as pointer. We denote the indirection by name of the register or new address given in the instruction. Example, we're going to say that one add R0, R1, R0. The operand is in the memory. The register R1 gives the effective address of a location B of the operand. The data is read from the location B and added to the content or added to the register R0. Such a way it's going to do the process. Next one, if you're going to see about the next one, to execute the add instruction in this particular diagram, we can throw that add A, R0. Here, the A which is going to be having a data, then that is going to be taken from the register B and that operand is going to be added along with that particular register. This is going to be called as indirect mode. To execute this add instruction, the processor uses the value which is in the register R1 as an effective address of the operand. It requests a read operation from the memory to read the content of the location B, the value read in the desired operand, which the processor adds to the content of the register R0. Indirect addressing through a memory location is also possible as shown in the second diagram. In this case, the processor first reads the content of the memory location A and then requests a second read operation using the value B as an address to obtain this particular operand. So if you're going to see about that, in this particular example, the register R2 is used as a pointer to the number in this list and the operand are accessed indirectly through register R2. The initialization section of this program loads the counter value n from memory location n into R1 and uses the immediate addressing mode to place the address value number, which is the address of the first number in the list, into the register R2. Then it clears R0 to 0. The first two instructions in the loop implement the unspecified instructions block starting a loop. The first time through the loop, the instruction add R2, R0 fetches the operand and the location N1 and adds into the register R0. The second instruction adds instruction add 4 to the content of the pointer R2 so that it will contain the number value number N2 when the above instruction is executed in the second pass through the loop. Coming to the next one, indexing and arrays. A different kinds of flexibility for accessing operand is useful in dealing with list and arrays. What actually indexing mode? Let us see about indexing mode. The operation is indicated as x of Ri, where x is nothing but the constant value which defines an offset called a displacement, where Ri is the name of the index register which contains addresses of a new location. What actually the indexing mode is? The effective address of the operand is generated by adding a constant value to the content of a register. It is nothing but EA is equal to x plus square bracket of I. The content of the index register are not changed in the process of generating the effective address. So if you're going to see about that, x of Ri is the actual address, effective address is going to be x plus square bracket within square bracket of Ri is going to be there. The constant x may be given either an explicit number or a symbolic name representing a numerical value. The constant x is maybe an explicit number or a symbolic name, which I have said already. If x is shorter than a word, a sign extension is going to be needed over there. So in general, the index mode facilitates access to an operand whose location is defined relative to an reference pointer within the data structure in which the operand appears. So several variations can be studied over there. As example, EA is equal to RI plus RJ. So coming to the next one, relative addressing. What actually the relative addressing is? The effective address is determined by the index mode using the program counter in place of general purpose register. So here we are going to say about that and program counter value, which consisting of an addition of x value is a signed number. So when coming to a branch which is going to be a loop, the location is computed by specifying an offset from the current value of the program counter. The branch target may be either before or after the branch instruction. The offset is given as a signed number. So coming to the next topic, additional modes. Two additional modes already we have come across over there. One is nothing but auto increment mode and one more is nothing but auto decrement mode. What actually the auto increment mode? The effective address of the operand is in the content of a register specified in the instruction. After assessing the operand, the content of these registers are automatically incremented to the pointer to the next item of the list. There is nothing but Ri plus. The increment is 1 for byte signed operands, 2 for 16-bit signed, and 4 for 32-bit operands. Then auto decrement is nothing but decrements first, then it's going to perform the operation. So we are going to see about a small example over move n comma r1. It's nothing but initialization. Then moving n number into the register r2. It's initialization over there. I'm going to have a counter r0. Then add r2 plus r0. So it's going to do an operation of r0 and r2 will be added, and later it's going to do the incrementation of this particular register. Then if you're going to use a decrement Ri, immediately it's going to decrement the data, then it's going to check for the loop, and later it's going to save the content into the register R0. Such a way it's going to do the process over there. This is going to be called as additional modes of addressing modes, additional instructions which are going to be